My grandfather had a stroke before I was born. I know he mostly lost his ability to speak and developed it slowly over the next few years, but then passed away from a second stroke.
My grandfather and my father had strokes.
My grandmother's neighbor had a stroke, and same thing, like couldn't speak, couldn't feed himself, but he lived for like 20 years after that, and his wife had to take care of him the whole time. Pretty sad.
Well, I came home, I was walking, and went to sleep. I woke up to go to the bathroom. It about talk about it.
Okay, we don't have to talk about it.
The side of the face numb, the right side numb, left side numb, walking funny. It seemed like it hit the whole nerve system.
I was in a coma for 3 months, and I came out. I was doing pretty good. 3 weeks after that, I lost the movement on my left side. Yeah.
Stroke is here forever, just hanging. If people just quit, there's no end. Every day you get up, what's the story? I must get up and try.
I know of 2 cases out of dozens where they have made a recovery to the level
Right,
that you
why don't you take your
can't
hand
tell the
behind your head
difference.
again? Wonderful, wonderful.
It took me 4 years to do that.
Okay.
Pottery, for me, gave me something to do at 70. And I love to do it. It's don't work, you just break it up and make another one. And you see what you made. Is it marketable? Somebody buy it. Otherwise, it's garbage. But I don't have that now. I started with no words at all. The young lady was teaching me, and she finally said, you start with A. She said A, not B, A. I started A, then the B, and I guess she was right. I found some word to help me, but it's very hard to even to want to talk with people.
By the time Will came to me, I was very frightened at first when I first had him. He had no words, he couldn't speak, his face was distorted.
The biggest thing, therapists give you some hope, some belief that you can do this. Tomorrow will be a little harder, but they keep pushing. They will push you with that way. Let's try tomorrow. We'll try tomorrow. I didn't do that. I said, let's do it right now.
Willie likes to push the sled.
His work ethic was over the top. Willie was a person I began to realize right away that had a very high intellectual mind.
I decided to design incorporate IR stuff for the Navy and Marine Corps.
He was thinking through things, and I had to be very careful because he would be a person you could possibly overwork because he wanted so much so fast.
A person like Willie, or people like Willie, if they had that, say, I gotta do this, and whatever it takes. So he would come to the office and work about an hour and a half a day. Okay, working with his aerobic and working with his muscles to bring it along.
My therapists I met were good. There are too many therapists now, people, I guess, in school to make the money. But the good therapists are good. Sidney was wonderful. Sidney is a great. His hands like an animal, but he his hands.
He would never say no. No matter what I would do with him, no matter what I challenged him to do, he says, I'll do it, Sidney, I'll do it.
Okay? We'll do a couple opening up maneuvers, and I'll do some fascia release.
With the cases like Willie, he had some major motor control exhibited from his prior athletic achievements.
First, we're going to open up the hip structure. We will do some stretching with the soleus and with some of that gastroc, and see if we can open up and see what Willie can do.
I don't have the ability to use my hand, that's all. I know what to do. It took me a long time to understand what the things I had the ability to do. Now I'm trying to do them.
Willie has shown me, has delivered me, that is to never give up hope, always encourage, always empower, and enable that client to be the best they can be.
The family must understand, the doctors must understand, we are people. We're still people, and want to be people. All I want to do for me, to find some way for me to help people to do.